Well, hey class, welcome to week number 5. We just keep cruising along, and this is going to be a great week. You're going to take everything that you did last week, all of your exegetical work, and now you're going to do it again. You're going to take Psalm 46 and you're going to put together a preaching outline. The reading for this week is from Jeffrey Arthur's book, Preaching with Variety, and you're going to read chapter 3 of that book. It's a PDF, it's attached. If you have any problem finding that, let me know. But chapter 3 is called Psalms, the Sound of Music. And I think this is a very practical chapter. I think you're going to really enjoy the way Arthur puts things together, the way he draws out how to walk through the Psalms, how to use the Psalms in a powerful way. And so I hope that that reading really gives you some footholds for how you will then put together your sermon and your manuscript. First of all, just a couple reminders. Make sure your manuscript or make sure your outline points are in complete sentences, the standard, a title. Can I just say, titles are some of the hardest things to come up with in sermons. My mentor used to say he wished he could just title every sermon God, World, and the Other Thing. So I get it. Titles are hard, but come up with a title and the text centered above the page. Give me a bit of an introduction, and then your outline points. If you have to do subpoints, that's fine. Make those points in complete sentences. That will help you as you go to manuscript. It might get you started in your paragraph. Make sure that one of those main points is the big idea. And then you're going to take that and you're going to turn that right back around and you're going to put together a manuscript. Once again, think about, and I actually recommend reading your manuscript to yourself out loud. How does it sound? I know you don't get into the pulpit or wherever you preach from and you don't read it. Most of us don't read well, and Arthur's mentions that. Most of us sound like we're reading when we're reading. And so that's a very difficult thing to do, but hear it. Hear your words coming out of your mouth and make sure it sounds palatable. That will help you. Make sure it's active, it's verbal, and again, Arthur's will point that out too. Now, it says approximately 3 pages. Don't get all up in arms about that. I know for me, when I put together a manuscript, my manuscript is typically 4 pages, and that usually gives me about a 30-minute sermon, depending on the extras that come in as I'm up there doing my sermon, but that's about what it is. Something else, and I think I will address this later on in the week, just as a matter of kind of taking the academic and mixing it with the practical. I dare say you will never have, unless you're not in full-time pastoral ministry, but most of the times we don't have 2 weeks to put together a sermon. In fact, most weeks you're going to be pleased if you have a full day of study. So what I'm going to do later on during the week is come back in and a check-in and just kind of walk you through what my week is like. And pastoring a church, teaching a class, some things that I do, and try to show you how I have structured my week. I just feel that might be one thing that can be very helpful. So, but this week, really dig in now to take Psalm 46 and all that exegetical work, and now as Matthewson says, bring it back down the mountain. My hope is that when you're all done with this, you have another sermon that you just slide into the file, into the hopper, you upload to Google Drive or something, and it's there and it's ready. And when you get that call that says, hey, would you come and preach for so-and-so? You're ready to go. You've already done the work. Take some time to review it and you're ready to go. So I think that's one of the practical benefits. So great week. Looking forward to what you do. Appreciate all the interaction on the discussion board and the interaction back and forth. And I'll look forward to what you guys produce from Psalm 46. God bless you. Have a great week.